What's going on, fellow vets? Brian Reese here, the VA Claims Insider, coming at you live from Austin, Texas. In this super short video, I'm going to share my top 3 VA claim tips right here, right now. Stay tuned. Do not scroll off this page. Here we go. Okay, tip number 1. You must have a medical diagnosis somewhere in a medical record, okay? You can't just file a VA disability claim if you don't already have a medical diagnosis. If you don't have a diagnosis, get your butt to the doctor, okay? Because if you file a VA disability claim and you don't already have a medical diagnosis, it's a recipe for disaster. That claim is going to be denied. Now, a common myth, you don't have to have a diagnosis in your service treatment records from your time on active duty, but you do need one now, even if it's years later, okay? It can be in service records, the diagnosis could be in VA records, or any private records. Now, I put a pro tip here as well. It's helpful to have a current medical diagnosis in a medical record. Typically, what that means by current diagnosis is within the last 12 months, okay? That's your pro tip. Number 1, get your butt to the doctor, get a medical diagnosis. All right, tip number 2, the Nexus for service connection. If you've ever logged in to your eBenefits account or va.gov and you see things that say not service connected, that's what the VA is telling you, that you didn't have a Nexus for service connection. Okay? In order to be eligible for VA disability benefits under the law, you must be able to prove that your disability condition is proximately due to or caused by or directly related to your active duty military service. Okay? That's what's called the Nexus. Now, a pro tip here. Even if you've already been denied and you believe you deserve benefits, get a private doctor to write something called a medical nexus letter. Okay? What is a medical nexus letter? It's just like a memorandum for record that we used to write in the military all the time that explains the who, what, when, where, why, how of your disability condition. And that doctor is going to provide their independent medical opinion as to the likelihood that your disability was either due to your military service or due to another service-connected disability in your body for secondary service connection. Again, we can help with this. If you need independent medical providers to possibly provide a Nexus letter to help you win, service connect, and get rated at the appropriate level, we can help. If you click the link below, learn more, you can sign up right now. You can also book a free strategy call to speak with a VA claim expert about your disability claim. Okay, this is number 2. It's one of the most common reasons why claims are denied, but there's hope. Again, get a medical Nexus letter. That's your pro tip. Number 3, you must have severity of symptoms, okay? The more severe your symptoms, the higher the VA rating you're going to receive for that condition. Now, I've had vets come to me, Brian, that's awesome, but how do I prove my symptoms, or how do I show the VA or the C&P examiner that my symptoms are now worse? Okay, number 1, the best way to do that is through medical evidence. Okay, now you can communicate with your VA medical care team right through My Healthy Vet. There's a secure messaging portal. Everything you write in there gets documented in your record as medical evidence. Okay, now you've got to be open, honest, truthful, and uncomfortably vulnerable, okay? So the medical evidence piece to prove your severity of symptoms is key. The other way you do it is with 2 things called lay evidence, okay? Lay evidence is a fancy term for after-the-fact evidence that's provided by a layperson. That's you and me, okay? We're not doctors, we're not lawyers, we're fellow vets, we are laypersons. What this means, though, is the VA rater is required by law to consider all evidence submitted in response to your claim. So think about this. You need to write a strong personal statement for every disability condition you're claiming. If you file one claim with 10 disability conditions, you should have 10 separate personal statements in support of a claim. Okay, you can use the VA Form 21-4138, the statement in support of a claim. I have an incredible example out there. If you Google VA statement in support of a claim example, you can literally follow step by step how you write a strong statement to prove your severity of symptoms to the rater, especially if you're doing an increase. Buddy letters are extremely helpful. Okay, a buddy letter is the same thing as a personal statement. It's just that it's written by a competent and credible individual, 18 years of age or older, who has first-hand experience as to your disability condition. Maybe they were there when it happened. Maybe it's your spouse who lives with you, and they can document the severity of your mental health condition symptoms, or the severity and frequency of your migraines, okay? Remember this, though. The third factor in disability claims that ultimately determines your rating is your severity of symptoms. The VA rater is looking for frequency, severity, and duration of symptoms over time. Again, best way to prove this is with medical evidence, personal statements in support of a claim, and buddy letters. Okay, again, if you need help, if you want to speak with a VA claim expert, if you're stuck, you're frustrated, you're underrated, click Learn More below. All you need to do is complete our free 3-step intake process. You're going to hear from an expert level veteran coach in minutes. Okay? You are not alone. We are veterans helping veterans worldwide. We can help you get unstuck. We can help you get the rating and compensation you deserve, even if you've already filed or been denied. Okay? Again, Brian Reese here, the VA Claims Insider. I'll see you inside the Elite program. Click the link below, fill out your info. You're going to hear from a coach in minutes. We'll talk to you real soon.